Hello everybody, thanks for joining me today, Mike MDs. Today we're replacing spark plugs and engine air filter on this 2011 Mini Cooper S. The tools you're gonna need is a flathead screwdriver, a 3/8 ratchet, a 1/4 inch or 3/8 torque wrench. Depending on the model and the style of valve cover that you have, you're gonna need a torque spit T20 and a torque spit T30 and a 12-point 14mm socket for the spark plug. Now there's two styles, I have both. This one's like a factory tool, but you can also get it through AST tools. This one here is through Koken. This is my favorite one here. Not only does it have the pivot, but it also has a magnetic ring and isolates the porcelain of the spark plug so you can't break the spark plug. This one here doesn't do that. This one's kind of easy to break the spark plug if you're not using a torque wrench. You're also gonna need a 3/8 extension. All right, we're gonna start with the spark plugs here. Like I said, some styles here will require a torque spit 30 to take some screws off to get this cover off here. This one I don't have to, so I just pop it up, pull it out like that. We're gonna pull the ignition coils out. These you have to be very careful only because you can damage them pulling them out. So I have like a little trick here, if you're not used to pulling these out, to pull them out straight up. You don't wanna pull them out at an angle. So sometimes I do this to help me. It's always a good idea to keep track of where the ignition coils came out of because they do over the years build a memory and they adapt to the engine control module as they wear. It's not a big deal, but it's just a good idea to keep track of them. Now, as far as parts go, this is what comes in it from the factory, the BERU brand. You can use BOSCH or NGK. I wouldn't use anything else. And they are different across the different Mini engine platforms as well, so you want to make sure you get the correct one. One thing I see, which is a big no-no on these engines, is people putting anti-seize on the threads and also lubricant or dielectric grease on here. I mean, you can put a little bit along the edge. Don't put any on the tip here. These cars don't need it. The reason being is this aluminum cylinder head. This is a different kind of metal here. It's coated. It's self-lubricating. Also, it uses this as an electrical circuit, so you don't want to obstruct any metal-to-metal contact here. You could have some problems. All right, now that we have all the spark plugs just snug, if you don't have a torque wrench, you can tighten them down until you feel this crush ring start to crush. It's a little more after it's crushing and that'll be fine. But we're gonna use a torque wrench today. So the torque specification for these spark plugs is 20 Newton meters. And sometimes on the box, it'll have the little spec right there. So like I said, if you don't have a torque wrench and you just have a regular ratchet, right now I can already feel the crush ring starting to crush, and it's a little bit after that. There it is. Ignition coils back in. All right, now onto the engine air filter. We're gonna take this vacuum line off here. You pinch this white tab like this, and you push down and pull up like that. Get that out of the way, just so you don't break it. We're gonna loosen this hose clamp here. And we're gonna loosen these torque spit 25 screws. You don't need to bring them all the way out. They kind of just float there. Like that, pop it up. I'll just take it all the way off so you can see. And there it is. And yeah, Yeah, that one's dirty. You can take this out if you want to dump all this dirt out of here. And go back together. Just a note on this model here, it has these little tabs that will go in and under these right here.